fold all the way down as you keep exhaling into your forward bend. But circle your arms around, come back down to your deep chair. Draw your shoulders back, shift your body left and right. And keeping your knees up and keeping your engagement, put your hand behind your head and cradle your head. And you're, check your feet. You're about just a few inches away from the top of your mat. And you have your hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Just kind of rock your body left and right a little bit. Pay attention to your weight going onto your leg and on your foot. So if you're leaning to the right, you feel all that weight dropping into your right foot. And then when you lean to the left, you feel all the weight dropping into the left foot. And just kind of rock back and forth, because that's kind of your gauge throughout the flow, is paying attention to the weight in your feet or in your hands to help you be able to make sure that you're using the foundation as your way of resisting and toning your muscles, creating isometric, and keeping your body in proper alignment. And bring your arm to your sides as you're shifting your weight and rolling back your shoulders. Try to just relax your jaw and just kind of put your body in preparing for your flow. Circle your arms all the way up to the ceiling and inhale as you stretch your hands way up. And then just continue to reach your arms up as if you're trying to touch the ceiling. And you scoop your tummy in a little bit. Draw your shoulders down. And now maybe shift the weight a little bit more into the front of the balls of your feet. And then the heels of your feet. Interlace your fingers and get your hand behind your head. And just kind of rock a little bit here. Going forward and back. And left. And right. And you're pulling your elbows back, still keeping your tummy tucked in, scooping your pubic bone a little bit forward. And keep it like that, because that will just kind of help lengthen your spine and separate each vertebrae. And also create openness in between the vertebrae where the nerves are, and allowing the nerves to have more ability for the energy to flow throughout your body. Nothing constricting or tightening it up. Bring your hand to the ceiling, you inhale. Bend your knees to your hand, bring your hand to your heart. And look at your feet. Are your knees above your feet, or are they buckled in? Bring your hand behind your back and look up and inhale. Can you drop your head back? Can you bring your chin up to the ceiling? Can you shift your weight from your right to your left leg as you're looking up? And as you drop your shoulders down. Can you circle your right hand and try to touch the ceiling? And bring your right hand down. Can you circle your left hand up and try to touch the ceiling? And bring your left hand down. Your knees are still bent, and your weight is not on the balls of your feet, but more into the back of the heels of your feet. So that helps you to be able to press down into the earth to make your body feel more solid. Then circle both arms up, and your thunderbolt, you look up with your chin still dropped back, And bring your hand to your heart as you exhale and continue down into your deep forward bend as you exhale. Bringing the crown of your head down and your tailbone up. And just kind of rock a little left and right because you're going to try to pull your pelvic floor, your bunda up, which would actually give you more height, which will actually allow you to drop your head down. So rock a little bit, tailbone is up, crown of head is down. Having your knees bent makes it very doable and allowing you to drape your body, that is from your hip to the crown of your head, down to the earth. Going on your fingertips, you're in a high flat back, and then you fold back down and exhale. Let's do that again. High flat back, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. And as I exhale, I'm trying to pull my navel up and lift it up as I create lightness in my legs. Bending your knees deeper, circle your arms around and begin to come up and just pause where your arms are just in line with your shoulders. And your knees are bent like you're going to sit down on a chair. And of course your legs are far apart. That kind of keeps you steady. And bring your hand up to the ceiling, back up to your thunderbolt. Inhale and stand up. Bring your hand to your heart and you exhale. Put your hand back on your hips. Now that you've lengthened your spine. And just kind of being very much aware of the weight of your body pressing in the earth. You're going to take your right hand to the ceiling and reach your left hand to your left heel. And you're still scooping your tummy in and up. And you see that as you dip up into your abdomen, your right hand can go up higher. As your left hand reaches for your left heel. And then bend your right arm and bring your right hand behind your head. As your right elbow is behind your ear, you just rock a little bit left and right here. And then stretch your right hand to the ceiling and look at your right hand with your eyes wide open and your head drop back. And then bring your right hand down and bring your left hand up. And then your left hand goes up, you try to pay attention to not tighten your throat. And then turn your head and look at your right foot as your left hand stretches to the ceiling. And you keep pulling and scooping your tummy in and up because you're trying to get that left hand as high up as you possibly can. And then turn your head and look at your left hand as your head drops back. As you're stretching your left arm up, you're still scooping your tummy in and up, which is going to cause you to lengthen your spine and bring your left hand down. Circle both hands up, extended out. Bend your knees, your hand to your heart chair. Fold all the way down as you keep exhaling into your forward bend, but you're not really going down because your hips are going up. And as you're folding in and you're exhaling, you're still taking your tailbone up and your bunda is going up. Wiggle your legs a little bit. Go ahead into a flat back, look ahead. Exhale, forward bend, fold back in. Inhale, high flat back, look ahead. And your feet are wide apart. You're looking ahead and you're weighted in the heels of your feet. And you can bend your knees here if you want. Once you dig your heels down deep, put your hand on your lap, come back up. Come all the way back up to an extended mountain and look up. And bring your hand to your heart and exhale. Put your hand on your hips, bend your knees, and jump your feet together. Making sure your feet are facing forward and they're balanced from right to left. Bring your hands back up. And your feet are a little bit apart because we're going to prepare into a deep chair. You bend your knees and bring your hands together and pause. We're going to prepare ourselves for a rotation, putting your right elbow on your left knee and just twist to the left. Now, if you find it hard to do, just go ahead and move those feet apart a little bit. Keeping your knees above your feet. Look at the ground, fold your body into a forward bend, exhale. Circle your arms around your thunderbolt, come on up. Exhale your hand to your heart, preparing for your rotation with your left elbow on your right knee. And you squat down, you brace it once you get your body in place. Good, look to the ground. Exhale, deep forward bend. Hands on your lap, inhale, deep chair, circle your arms around you, inhale, extended mountain, and you just keep inhaling. And as you tip your pubic bone in, your hand just go up higher, and bring your hand to your heart, and exhale. Put your hand on your hips, take one step forward, and put the heel on your hand on the very edge of your chair. The front edge of your chair. And get yourself right into a flat back. So adjust your body and your placement as your chair is up against the wall. And you have the heel of your hand on the front frame of the chair. And you have your heel of your feet underneath your hips, and you can bend your knees because we're trying to create a tabletop where your hands line up to your shoulders and your shoulders line up to your hips. And once you feel that, you're going to have to kind of pull those blades back and down in order for you to get a nice, clean, straight line. Your knees are slightly bent, and you feel like all four corners of your feet are pressing in the earth. Then put your right hand on the floor as you're stretching out your left arm. Then put your right hand on the chair and put your left hand on the floor. As you feel your ears are in front of your arm and you're pulling your shoulders back. Put both hands back on the front of your chair and float yourself up and stop right where your shoulders are in line with the heel of your hand. Stay there for a second. In a plank or close to it. And you're drawing your shoulders down as you have your chin up. Because you're trying to pull your blades down. Your feet are wide apart. And just turn your head and look at your right foot. And then look ahead. And turn your head, look at your left. And then look ahead. And with the heel of your hand on the front of the chair and your chair is pushed up against the wall, you can push away from the chair and go back into a deep flat back. Squat down. Rock yourself left and right. How loose can you get the shoulder girdles so that all the scapula and the subscapula and all that intertwined in your shoulders, that you can get those bones to move. This is a great position here to get underneath the scapula. Float your body up. Again, stop right where your weight dropped in the heels of your hands. And you're looking at the wall. Now, if you were to go beyond that, you can see what happens. You start to, you're not able to grip as deep as you can in the side of your torso. So back off, and now you have a better grip. That's what we're looking for. That's why stacking is so important. because everything is activated. You don't stack, something is overcompensating. Come on back into a deep flat back. Come on up and float up over the heels of your hands. Look ahead. Come on back, deep flat back. Come on up, float. Shoulders over the heels of your hands. One more time. Come on back, deep flat back. Put your hand on the ground. Can you fold in? Your front feet are wide apart. The crown of your head is down, your knees are bent. Put your hands on your lap for your deep chair and shift your weight back. Circle your arms up for your thunderbolt and then stand up and inhale. As you inhale, reach your hand high up as far as you can and wiggle your fingers. And then bring your hand to your heart. Circle your arm back up and inhale. Interlace your fingers. Put your hand behind your head again. Your feet are wide apart. Your elbows are behind your ears. Your kneecaps are up. And you're scooping your tummy in a little bit. So now your spine is upright. And as you keep your elbows back, can you just tip your body to the left? Reaching your right elbow to the ceiling. And can you get your weight on the right foot as your right elbow is going up? Good, come up right, inhale. Exhale, tip to the right. As you're tipping to the right, your left elbow is going up. And the weight is going in your left leg. As you reach up, lift up and open up. Good. Come back up, standing up, inhale up, and hand to your heart. Circle your arms around, come back down to your deep chair, pause, your arms are straight up to the ceiling. Bring your hand to your heart and exhale. Fold back down into your forward bend. Crown of your hand down, or crown of your head down. Meanwhile, tailbone is up. So the deeper you go down, the higher your hips go up. Go into your flat back, you grab the front of your chair again, go back over your chair. Can you bring your feet together and step back where you're now in a good solid plank? Where you're shifting your body into the heels of your hands, your legs are straight. And you're just trying to brace your armpit down to your hips as your legs are straight in your plank. Because the chair is up against the wall, you have nice solid support. Can you lift your right leg up for a second? And the more you push your hands in the earth, the easier it is to hold your right leg up. Put your right foot down and do the same for the left leg. As you're pressing into the chair, your left leg is up. Put your left foot down. You're floating, you're looking ahead, and you're dropping your shoulders down. Exhale, come back into a deep flat back. Inhale, float back up. Exhale, deep flat back. Inhale, float back up. Now your legs are together, you're in a plank. You're drawing your shoulders away from your ears, and the weight is in the heels of your hands. Turn your head and look at your left foot. And look ahead. Turn your head, look at your right foot. Look ahead. Back off a little bit and step up. As you step up, bring your arm back up. You're standing up, your arm to the ceiling as you're inhaling up, and just keep inhaling up. Pull your tummy in and up, and reach your hands high. Bring your hand into your heart. Circle your arm back up again. Bend into your deep chair and bring your hand to your heart. Put your hand back on the chair. You're going into all four, where you have the heels of your hand pressing at the edge of the chair with your feet stacking, because you're going to take your right foot and put your right foot up to the back of the room. So now all your weight is in your left leg. And you point your right foot to the ceiling and kick it up on 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Extend your right leg out. Bring your right knee to your nose. Take your right leg out. Bring your right knee to your nose. Take your right leg out. On 4, out, 3, out, 2, out, 1, out. Pause, look at the wall, and inhale. Point your right foot back up to the ceiling. Balance your left hand on your chair. You're going to take your right hand off, and your right hand is going to grab your right ankle. As you try to pull back your right shoulder, that means that left leg has to stack. That left foot has to stack right underneath your left hip in order for your right hand to grab your right foot. Good. Put your right hand on the chair, left hand, right hand in, foot down on the ground, and take your left leg up. Pointing your left foot to the ceiling, that means your right shoulder over your right hand, right hip over your right foot. Bring your left knee in, take your left leg out. But let's first kick that left leg up on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And point your left foot out, stretch it along, engaging to your left hip. Bring your left knee to your knee and come back out. Ready? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your left leg out. Shift your weight into your right hand and your right foot so your left hand can grab your left foot. Pull your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders back. Relax. Your left hand is holding on to your left foot. Left foot is doing all the work. All the work. Down, all the way down to your hip. Put your left hand on the chair. Left foot on the floor. Can you step back? And just go in a deep flat back again. Squat down nice and deep. Rock yourself a little left and right. Feel how we're breaking up the tension right at the tip of your blades. Can you bring your hand to the floor and drop your head down here as your tailbone is up? As you're in a deep squat with the crown of your head down. From there, put your hand on your lap for your deep chair. You shift your weight back. And once you start to come up, you're in a deep chair, you bring your arms up for your thunderbolt. Where your hands are stacking right above your hip. And then you stand up. And you bring your hand to your heart. And then you bring your arms back up and inhale, extended mountain. Back down in your deep chair. Back down into the ground. All the air is out. High breath in. All the air is in. Put your hand back on the chair. Let's go ahead and step up a little bit. You're going to have your feet wide apart. You're creating a triangle between your left hand, which is the center frame of the chair, and your feet are wide apart. A tripod between those three. Then you're taking your right hand to the ceiling. So your left feet have to be open. They have to be a little bit past your hips, so you have a nice balance between the heel of your left hand and between your feet. Now your right hand is way up, and because you've got a beautiful tripod going on, you're really able to shift back your entire torso. And then bring your right arm behind your back and slide your right hand down, touching into your left leg. As you draw your shoulders down, you want to turn your chin. You want the vertebrae from the base of the skull all the way down to your tailbone to be affected and to be rotating. Bring your right hand back up. Feel how you roll back your shoulders. Can you swing your right arm underneath your left arm and come back up? And swing underneath. Come back up. And swing underneath. Come back up. And swing underneath. And come back up. How high can you go? How far back can you go? Can you take your right hand and put it behind your head? As you're bringing your right elbow back, as you're twisting and rotating back. Good. Bring your right hand to the ceiling. Bring your right hand onto the chair. Both hands on the chair. Rock your body a little left and right. Settle your feet in and then fold your body down. Hand to the floor for your forward bend. Fold in. Wiggle your legs. As you're folding in, you take a nice, long, steady breath in. Then bend your knee, hand on your lap for your deep chair. You are exhaling and now you're inhaling for your thunderbolt as your knees are bent and your arms are up high. Bring your hand to your heart, you exhale, and come back down to a deep forward bend, crown of your head to the earth. So these transitions are really powerful. It's not just as powerful to be in the pose as it is also to be flowing in and out of the pose. And that's what we're doing. We're making the most of every alignment to be able to flow in and out of it freely. Go on your high flat back. Put your hands back on the chair. And this time put the heel of your right hand on the chair. Your feet are apart and you're creating a triangle between your right hand and your feet. That means the weight is even between all three. And your left hand extends up and you're breathing up and you're looking up. Look at your left hand. You're going to turn your head because you have such a great tripod. It's very doable to turn and look at your left hand. And then bring your left arm behind your back and slide it all the way down. As you're looking up to the ceiling and all your weight is in your right hand. You got that left arm right behind your back. Good. Bring your left hand back up. Stretch it out. And then take your left hand behind your head. If your legs are right apart and you got a good triangle, it's easy to put your left hand behind your head. Just kind of rotate your right shoulder forward. Bring your left hand back up to the ceiling. Got a beautiful back bend here. Look at your right hand. Put both hands back on the chair. Okay, and wait a minute. I gotta go one more time. Bring your left hand up. I'm sorry. I knew I'm forgetting something. Bring your left arm underneath your right arm. Let's do that 5 times. On 5, come up. On 4, come up. On 3, and up. You inhale up. You exhale through. You inhale up, and you exhale through. Come all the way up and inhale. Feel all that weight. Pay close attention to all where your weight is going. It's so great to be able to use that as a guide. And bring your left hand back on the chair. From there, go back into a deep flat back here. You can wiggle your feet back a little bit this time and squat down. Rock your body a little left and rock it a little right. And feel how the stretch is going from your fingers all the way down to your hips. Put your hand back on the ground and exhale. Your knees are bent, your feet are apart. Put your hand on your lap and inhale. Shift your weight immediately to your hips so you can sit upright. And then circle your hand to the ceiling in your thunderbolt. As you're breathing in, now your feet are wide apart. This should be easy to manage. Let's go ahead and bring your arm behind your back. And maybe you can even grab your elbows as you look up. If this is hard to do, then just keep adjusting your feet. Because if you can plug your feet into the ground and it feels steady, then all that power and force of the foundation is going right back into your body. So that means your body's stronger. You can go into deeper poses this way and line your body up. Good, so your arms around for your thunderbolt. Bring your hand to your heart and come on back down into your deep forward bend. Drop your head down, pull your bunda in and up. and drop your head down some more. Keep going for the deep stretch. Keep using your breath to kind of assist you into getting deeper and deeper. You breathe in to create the space, and then you exhale and sink into it. Go into a high flat back. Put your hand back on the chair. Float your body back over the chair. Heel of your hand right underneath your shoulders, and then push back. Let's do that 5 times. You inhale up. You exhale back. You inhale up. You're looking up and you're coming up. You exhale back. You inhale up. Exhale back. Coming into a deep flat back. Maybe you can get your legs straight this time and keep stretching deeper and deeper. One of the most difficult places to really stretch is the upper part of your torso. And if you keep your arms straight, you can get right inside of there. There's a lot of lymphatic fluid. Lymphatic goes all along in here, and we're going right into it. We're moving and stretching them. Let's blow it up again. Yeah. Your feet are apart. Turn your head, look at your left foot. Look ahead and inhale. Turn and look at your right foot. Exhale. Look back up and inhale. Ease back down into a deep squat. Put your hand to the floor, forward bend. Tip your tailbone up. Front of your head down. Your knees are bent, so bring your arms out to the side and pause. You're sitting in a squatted position. Your arms are straight out. Right arm forwards to the right, left arm forward to the right. And look up. Your thunderbolt and stand up. Bring your hand to your heart and exhale. Putting your hands on your hip and jump your feet together. Let's turn your body to the right. We have your right foot facing the chair, right up to the chair. You're going to put your right hand on the chair. We're going to go into a half moon. I'm going to take my left foot off the floor. I'm going to stack my right shoulder above my right foot, or my right shoulder above my right hand, my right hip above my right foot, and I'm holding on to my left ankle. Now bring your hips forward and try to shift the weight of your left hip to come on top of your right hip and your right foot. Meanwhile, you're keeping your left leg up nice and high, that left knee staying up. But you're trying to use the grip with your hand to your left foot or back bend. So look for that back bend where you're rolling your shoulders back and you're holding on to your left foot. And then extend your left leg out and your left hand to the ceiling and come back in. You can only do this if you're stacking your arm and your right foot. Go ahead and bring your left leg out and left hand to the ceiling. Bring it back in and grip. One more time, left leg out, left hand to the ceiling, and bring it back in and grip. Look at your right hand, bring your left hand down, both feet to the ground, both hands on the chair, go into your flat back, draw your shoulders back, shift your body left and right, float your body up and look up, exhale back down, float your body, look up, exhale back down. When I come back down, what I'm trying to think about is I roll my shoulders back. Put your hand to the ground, you're in your forward bend. Your knees are bent. Put your hands on your lap, you're inhaling your chair. You stay in your chair for your thunderbolt. You inhale up and you stand all the way up. And your hands just keep going up because you keep pressing your feet down. And then bring your hand to your heart. Look to the opposite now. You're going to put your left hand on the edge of the chair. Your left foot is going to be planted. You're going to be stacking because you're trying to bring that right knee up. So stacking is really important. As your right hand is holding on to your right foot, you're going to roll back to the shoulders and arch your back. Hold back. Beautiful back bend. From here, take your right foot out, your right hand stretched, and then come back in and grip. And then come back out and stretch. And grab your right foot. Again, pull, rotate your right shoulder back. Bring your right arm out, right leg out. Come back and grip. Roll back and hold. Inhale. Turn and look at your left hand. And go ahead and bring both hands down. Both feet down. Step back into a deep flat back. Pull your tailbone back. Kind of stretch your hips back as you try to keep lengthening and separating each vertebrae one from another here in this beautiful deep stretch with the chair. Your shoulders are rolled back. Let's go ahead and get your hand to the ground. You're in a deep forward bend. And then inhale for your high flat back as you look at your chair. Then walk your hand up to the legs of your chair. Step your feet back. You're in a downward dog. Right in a deep downward dog. You're going to tip your tailbone up and rock your hips left and right. Just keep that stretch going. You should feel the downward dog is feeling pretty good. Just from all the shoulder work we've already done, that you feel like your muscles are awake and active. As you're in this deep downward dog, you're trying to bring your ears in front of your arms, and you can even rock a little bit to ease yourself in. As you keep pulling your bandha up, the higher your bandha goes up, the lighter your body is. Hold that. Feel that beautiful deep, solid downward dog we're in as you're tipping your tailbone up. From this position, how about opening your feet wide apart? And put your left hand in the center of the mat, because your right hand can grab your left ankle and you're going to look underneath your left arm. And then reverse and put your right hand in the center of the mat, because your left hand going to grab your right ankle and you're going to try to look underneath your right arm. Good. And then put both hands back in place and bring both feet together, because you're going to kneel down into the ground. You're looking at your chair and a cow. So wiggle back a little bit and then go into your cat. And then go back into the cow. Then back into a cat. And then let's cross your ankles and have a seat as you're facing the chair. And you're going to bring your legs forward and you're going to lay on your back, and you're about 2 feet away from your chair. Well, maybe just a little less than 2 feet. You got your head still on your mat. You're laying on your back and you have your knees together, and just rock your knees left and right. Keep your shoulders relaxed. As you're holding on to the shin of your leg, try to pull your knees in as you're hugging your legs. And then bring your head up and see if you can get your forehead to touch your knees as you exhale. Get a good deep stretch and deep crunch. You can feel how your armpit going down to your hips as you hug your legs. And keeping your knees up and keeping your engagement, put your hand behind your head and cradle your head. And have your elbows tap your knees. So now we're getting a beautiful deep stretch right at the base of the skull as you have your elbows tap your knees. And then rock yourself a little left and right. to be able to loosen up the base of your skull. This is where a lot of attachments are going right into the base of your skull. We're going to loosen up your entire spine by just loosening up right at the base of your skull. Can you bring your right elbow to touch your left knee? Can you have your left elbow touch your right knee? We're going on 8, 8, 7, 7. Every time you have your elbow touch your knees, you exhale and you pull your pelvic floor up. 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and lay back down. You're holding on to your knees, lock your knees left and right. Let's put your feet on the floor. You draw your shoulders away from your ears. Let's cross your right leg on top of your left leg. And then take both knees to the right and lower them down to the floor. Your legs are crossed and both knees are to the floor on the right. And you have your right hand on top of both legs to push your knees down to the ground. And then take your left hand and stretch it far to the left and just look at your left hand. So you're getting a good solid stretch. As your left hand stretching and reaching to the left, your right knees are tucked in and being pressed to the ground. You're binding your body to the ground. From here, go ahead and bring your knees up, uncross your legs. Your left knee is now on the top, and you begin to take your both knees down deep to the left and reach your right arm far to the right. You're trying to see how deep you can press your body into the earth so that you can create that force in your body to help isometric engage in your muscles, making your muscles stronger, giving something for your muscle to grip onto as you look at your right hand, deep twist here. Good, and then come out of that. Having your legs back together, grab your knees again and bring your head back up, chin tucked in. You're about a foot away from the wall, from the chair, maybe a little bit more. Can you cradle your head up again and have your elbow tap your knee? Can you have your right foot tap the chair? Bring your right knee in and have your left foot tap the chair. Let's go back and forth with that. So you're cradling your head, your chin is tucked in, you're getting a good deep scoop, and you're trying to keep your body as still as possible as your legs go back and forth. Just tap on the chair. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7. Every time you bring your knee in, maybe you could touch your elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees in. How about if you have your right elbow touch the outside of your left knee? Then have your right foot tap the chair. Then reverse, and your left elbow touch the outside of your right knee with your left foot touching the chair. Back and forth. 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and lay back down. Let's go ahead and put your feet on the chair. The chair is right up against the wall. And you got the ball of your feet on the chair, and your elbows are to the side of your body, and your feet are apart. That you can plant yourself to lift your hips right off the ground. Adjust your feet on the chair so it's manageable and comfortable. And having your chair up against the wall, that means you can have your feet on the side of the chair, the frame. And as you push into the chair, it pushes into the wall, which reverse and pushes right back into your body. Pause and hold that for a second. Feel how the pressure you're putting into the chair is going right up your legs as you hold. And inhale. Good, and come back down and exhale. Bring your knees in as you exhale. From here, let's go ahead and wiggle yourself down to the chair. Let's put your legs on top of the chair. You get your calves on top of the chair. Bring your arms over your head and inhale and stretch your arms to the top and past the top of your chair or your mat as you're breathing in. You're reaching your hands as far as you can to the opposite side of the room. After all of our deep stretching and some toning there, you can see how your muscles actually can stretch deeper by itself just because the muscles were activated. Bring your hand behind your head and look right between your legs. And then once you got your head up nice and deep, can you reach your hands and touch the legs of your chair? If you can't, then wiggle yourself down a little bit. I want you to be able to have your fingertips touching the chair. The legs of the chair. We're going to do some deep crunches here. Or you're just going to tap the side of the chair. 10, 10. You're going to see how you have to scoop. You keep your head up. You're looking between your legs. And your hand. Tap, 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 tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lay back down. So those deep crunches are definitely deliberate and crunching into your core. And put your feet back on the chair, the edge of the chair, the heel of your feet. Let's put your body back up into a beautiful hybrid where you can walk your shoulders together and you're pushing off from the chair. You're scooping your tummy in and up, and your legs are apart where you're not tensing up your legs. Keep them relaxed. You're trying to put all the force right into your hips and your buttock. Your legs are apart. Can you lower your hips down and come back up? Can you lower your hips down and come back up? And lower back down and come back up. And one more time down and back up. Reaching your hands, maybe you could even touch the legs of the chair right at the foot and hold. Keep your hips up. Feel that beautiful burning isometric going right into the upper part of your glutes, right in the upper part of your buttock. And then come on back down. You're on the ground, your legs are back on the chair, and your arms are over your head as you stretch. Just kind of rock yourself as we keep trying to lengthen your spine. And inhale. From there, put your hand behind your head and look between your legs. And then reach your hand and touch the chair as you scoop your tummy in. Your arms are at the level of your hips. And it stays like that, but you're going to tap it. 15, 15, tap, 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 tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Bring your knees down. Just hug your knees for a minute. Let's take both knees to the floor on the right. Let's take the left leg stretching far to the right. Let's have the right hand grab the left foot, stretching far to the right. Take your left hand and stretch your left hand far to the left. So your right hand and left hand are on opposite sides, stretching in the opposite direction as far as you can reach. And you're looking at your left hand. Hold that for a second and inhale. Feel that stretch running all the way down the outside of your left hip and left leg. Bend your left knee, come on back up. Just do the opposite with the left side now. You're going to take both knees far down to the ground to the left. You're going to stretch your right leg far to the left. You're going to stretch your left hand far to the left and hold on to your right foot. Bring your right hand and stretch your right hand far to the right and see if you can just glue your body on the floor. See how much you can pull and plug your body in to that energy in the floor as you're looking at your right hand. You want to try to look at your right hand. Good. Bend your right leg, come on, back up. Put your feet back on the chair. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and lift your body back up. Walk your shoulders a little bit together and get your hand to grip a hold of your chair. Even holding on to the length of your chair, if you walk your shoulders down a little bit, it just gives you more force to bind your body. The more you bind your body, the more isometric, the tougher your muscles. So any type of contact like that is very effective. You're holding into a nice solid bridge and you inhale. You'll have your body just kind of just really is centered. Especially if you're grabbing the legs of the chair, you can really feel a unity here. Every muscle in your body is working and feeling very secure and being balanced. Nothing's overcompensating. All right, come on back down one vertebrae at a time. You have your knees folded. Can you flip your body around? I'm going to go right into a child pose here. Go right into a child pose. Flex your arm down. Eat your arms nice and long. Come on up to all four. Your knees are hip width apart. Going into your calf. Your cow. And then your calf. Cow. Go into your downward dog. Tip your tailbone up. How high can you get your tailbone up? In your downward dog. Readjust your feet, you adjust your hands so you can get into a nice deep downward dog. Having your feet just a few inches from your chair, rock your hips a little left and right and your hands are up at the top of your mat. In a nice deep downward dog. Can you walk your hands to your feet in a deep forward bend? Let's step your feet a little bit away, almost like a half a foot away, then you fold your body down in your deep forward bend. And then from there, put your hands on your lap and you're shifting your body into your deep chair with your knees bent. And it's over your arms to the ceiling, you're extending out. And just inhale that all the way up. As you scoop your tummy in and up, you feel like you just gathered another deep breath and pulling your body up. And then exhale your hand to your heart. Have your hands on your hip. You got your feet hip width apart here, or wide apart actually, and you're about a foot away from the chair. We're going to do a back down. Now some of us may find that we can really use a block in the back. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. The important thing is that you feel the weight in your feet as you go back. You're going to put your right hand on the chair. You're going to put your left hand behind your back. And you're going to check to see if your quads are activated and they're even. Weight is even from the right to the left leg. So you're not just dropping it all in your left leg. And that's why the block is good. If you can't do that, then use your block. Your legs are wide apart, your hips are forward. As your right hand is on the chair and you're beautiful solid back, then you bring your left hand to the ceiling as you inhale. Keep your throat open, bring your left hand forward, exhale, and from your bandha, that's how you come up. Bring your hand to the ceiling up. Bring your hand back down. Keeping your hips and your legs forward, you bring your left hand on the chair. You bring your right hand behind your back. You make sure your weight is in your quads. Look for that to be activated. It's kind of gripping you and stabilizing you. When you're ready, your right hand to the ceiling. And then bring your right hand forward again. It's coming from the front. Stand up. That was your bandha and your quads that are lifting you up. Bring your hands up. Bring your hand to your heart and exhale. Let's finish up with a thumb salutation. Just take your chair off the side. You're gonna see how nice and solid your body feels after we did so many good deep stretches. You're gonna stand at the top of your mat, bring your arms up and inhale. Bring your hand to your heartbeat chair. Hold your body down into your deep forward belly. And inhale, flat back. Exhale, come into your plank. And pause on your plank as your weight is in the heels of your hands. Once you're locked in and steady, chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back, upward dog. Inhale. When you're coming up, is your throat relaxed? Is your jaw relaxed? Are you breathing? Bringing breath in and you inhale. Prepare yourself with the weight in the heels of your hands. Downward dog. Deep downward dog, your feet together, your right foot high up to the ceiling. See how nice and strong your right leg is now with all the good hip work. Bring your right foot forward as you exhale. You are exhaling, preparing for your lunge. Once you start to come up, then you inhale as high as you can go and sink your body down. Circle your arm behind your back. Just a good way to check and see if you're shifting your weight back. Arms up, inhaling, and exhale. Your hand to your heart. We're still exhaling, your right leg goes back, you're in your plank. We're still exhaling into your chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back, lift up, and breathe in and out as you open your throat. With the weight in the heels of your hands, you exhale your downward dog. You got up from that downward dog because you're pushing away the heel on the ground, the heel of your hand on the ground. Bring your left leg up and inhale. Can you get it nice and high? See how nice and strong that left leg is? Bring your left foot to your hand. You are exhaling. Preparing yourself. You begin to inhale. Come all the way up. Sink your body down. And just as a guide, bring your hand behind your back just to see if you're really rolling your shoulders back and bring your hips forward. Inhale back up, nice and steady. Your breath is steady. Your hand to your heart. Come on back down. Exhale. You're back in your plank. Shift that weight into the heels of your hands. Roll your shoulders back and lift yourself back up. Inhale. And I like to look up to the ceiling. I just can bring my chin up. That way I know I'm getting the maximum stretch in my neck and shoulders. And then when you're ready, keep your jaw relaxed. You exhale your downward dog. Deep downward dog, step your feet in place. Shift your weight into your hip. Bend your knees as you inhale and keep your throat open. Keep your jaw open. As you lean back into your hips in your downward dog. Taking a nice long steady breath in, you look at your hand. And when you're ready, you can step up to your hands. Down into your deep forward bend, you exhale. Lean the weight into the heels of your feet. Shift your arms out to your side. Your feet are hip width apart. You're in a deep chair. Roll your shoulders back for your thunderbolt. An extended mountain back out. Breathe in and out. And exhale your hand to your heart. Inhale back up. Extended mountain. And left. Thank you. Good.